What's happening, everybody? Mystery Man Motivation here, and I'm back at you guys with another video. And on today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the process of NoFap and semen retention. Now, if you're new to this concept, I'm going to kind of explain to you what it is and what the difference between the two are. So, for example, we have NoFap, right? NoFap is the process by which you completely abstain from pornography, masturbation, and orgasming. So the art is that you don't waste your seed. So you completely cut out porn, you completely cut out masturbation and orgasming. And in the community, they call it PMO. Then you have what is called semen retention, which is where you completely abstain from releasing your seed, so to say. So somebody might ask, what's the difference between the two? With NoFap allows you to have sex and still be able to release with your partner, because that's not considered relapsing. Relapsing is going without doing something for a while and then going back to the old habits. That's relapsing for those who don't know. But in NoFapping, you can still have intercourse with your partner, but you can still release your seed through that way. But you can't masturbate, you can't watch porn and none of that. And with semen retention, the difference is you don't release your seed at all. So you completely retain your seed even during intercourse. So somebody might say, this is gonna give me blue balls, and how is this not healthy? Studies show that I'm supposed to be releasing, because these old sperms gotta be released from my body. And I'm gonna tell you something about that. When you sleep and you have wet dreams, somebody might say that's relapsing, right? If you're going 10 days, 20 days without releasing your seed and you have a wet dream, is that relapsing? And the answer is no. Because your body, as I mentioned earlier, old sperm semen has to be extracted from the body so that the new ones can be constantly reproducing and being made and formed in your testicles. So it's okay to have a wet dream. That's not necessarily relapsing, because you didn't consciously release your seed. You were sleeping. So you're not consciously awake to release the seed and, break the fap and break the NoFap. But with semen retention, it's a challenge. And this is why. Because you don't masturbate, you don't watch porn, you don't orgasm during sex or release your seed during sex. So this can be a bit of a challenge, because we go through life, we're trying to seek pleasure. When we release our seed, whether it's through masturbation or through intercourse, we're releasing dopamine from our brain. So that's what gives us this pleasure feeling when we release. We're releasing all these different pleasure hormones. And that gets addictive because our body wants to feel good. As I mentioned, the human mind wants to seek pleasure and avoid pain. So we're always working towards seeking pleasure. And that's one of the high levels of pleasure that we have. And if you ever notice, the first time you've ever released is probably the most powerful. It's just like a drug. When you take drugs, even though they're harmful for your body, your brain releases dopamine. Hence why drugs is called dope, related to the hormone dopamine, because you get a pleasurable feeling. So your mind and your body wants to continuously make this happen. So you continuously do the drugs, you continuously waste your seed. What we don't understand is that when we release our seed, we're releasing testosterone. We're releasing the same life force that can create another one of us, an extension of us, which is our offspring. This offspring can change the world. So our seed holds our power. And I'm gonna make another video, probably following this one, talking about the power of semen retention and how it's our superpower, and how, you can transmute that sexual energy, that chi energy, into your life, into creating a better life for yourself. But I'm gonna go into that in another video. But with semen retention, there's different phases. You go through different stages of semen retention. So at first it may be hard. The first few days might be hard not to relapse. But if you can get past the first few days, I believe that you can Go as long as you want. Now, why would you want to go long on semen retention? What's the point? Don't you want to release during sex? And that's fine if that's your choice. But for those who are more curious about learning about NoFap or semen retention, I would highly recommend you, do some research around the internet, find out the different benefits, find out from different testimonials and people who are on it. I've done it a few times, going to continuously do it. And I'm going to kind of give you guys updates on what happens along the way, because with semen retention, for those who are in the world of law of attraction and manifesting, semen retention makes your manifestations more powerful because you're holding on to that life force. You're holding on to your power. When you retain your seed, over time, it resets your brain. When you're constantly releasing, you're releasing testosterone. So you're releasing the hormone associated with being a man. So in a sense, you're releasing your manhood and your power as you release that seed. So you have to get in a state of being disciplined, because it takes discipline. You have to fill those voids, because we have these sexual urges. You have to transmute that energy into other aspects of your life. So that way you can kill over time the desires, because they're very tempting. One of the things I highly recommend is cold showers. If you're feeling the urges and temptation, jump into a cold shower. It's going to give you a boost of energy, but it's going to, make you, go down. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm trying to say. Cold water closes everything. It shrinks things, shrinks the pores. So get under that cold water so you can help kill those urges. Start getting into things, having different activities. Be productive throughout the day. Don't let your days be a waste, because your power is in your retaining your seed. We go through this life, pornography is free on the internet. We have sex at all our disposal now. It's a new year. It's 2021. So sex is everywhere. So how can we resist these urges that's constantly in every area of our lives? Some of us may be married, in a relationship, dating, seeing multiple people, whatever the situation or circumstance may be. We all get these urges. But the key is to have the discipline. Understand your why. If you can understand your why, the how will follow. Semen retention and NoFap, I believe, can definitely benefit your life. And I suggest you give it a try. See how long you can go. Have a communication session with your partner and let them know, hey, look, this is when I'm going to try something new. Let's see what happens, because I want to make changes in my life. I want to reset the programming in my brain that's set for having instant gratification. We have to kill these traditions of toxicity from our culture and our mind. In entertainment, this is an over-sexualized society. So we have to learn how to function in our clear state of mind without being tempted from all these different directions. And if you can master retaining your seed, you have power over your life. If you have power over your life, you have power over your destiny. That means you have power over the decisions you make. That means you have the power over your future. So retain and hold on to that so it can build up your testosterone. You're going to get a glow. I'm going to talk about the different benefits on another time, but I challenge you guys, look into semen retention and NoFap. See which one can fit you. If this isn't for you, then by all means, disregard this message. But if you want to make a change with your life, if you want to wonder why you're waking up depressed and feeling drained, because you're releasing your seed, you're releasing your testosterone, you're releasing that main hormone in your body who makes you who you are. Hold on to that. Let that build up so that you can build up strength and willpower, because it's going to give you extra energy. Then you combine that with cold showers, you're going to be an unstoppable force. So I'm going to get into more benefits later, like I said, but I just kind of wanted to drop you guys with that message of NoFap and semen retention. Fellas, I want you to look into that, challenge yourself, discipline yourself, make your success life more abundant by practicing NoFap and semen retention. Give it a try. See how you like it. It may be tough, but if you can get past them first few days, I believe you can make it as far as you want to go. And with that being said, Mystery Man Motivation here. And if you like the message of this video, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, because I'm here to bring you daily motivational content so that you can tap in and tune into me and the best version of yourself. And with that being said, Mystery Man Motivation here. I'm out.